So I wanted to make a quick video showcasing how an MCP server configuration looks like on VS Code. And the reason for this is that I've been learning about MCPs for about a month and a half or 2 months, and I've become a very big fan. I really see the potential for growth. I really see the use cases, and I love like the protocol, how you use tools, resources, and prompts to make things work. And I've become a very big fan. Something that I've noticed is that for the most part, whenever I see a tutorial or someone is giving a talk about MCPs, they are usually using Cursor, which is a fork from VS Code. In my case, I use VS Code. I feel comfortable. I like the editor. And something that I appreciate from Copilot is that for the past 3 months, it has gotten very good. I just love the fact that I have every capacity that I need. If I need to ask, if I need agent mode, edit, I have it. And if I need to change the models, I'm able to do so. And not only that, I can manage the models. As you can see here, you can choose them, you can delete them, and just keep the ones that you want. So I really appreciate the work that the Microsoft team is putting to make Copilot a solid agent assistant when it comes to coding. Let's talk about the configuration. Something that you should know is that for the most part, when you create an MCP server, you usually do this, right? You start like this. You go to the MCP, you list the servers, then you add the server, you add the configuration, whether it's stdio, which is the standard input output, which essentially just manages whatever you are providing to your agent locally. And then the HTTP is if you have something external through different API requests, you can do so and connect from your local machine to whatever you have on a different server or site. So now, this is one way to do it. However, the cool thing about this is that you don't necessarily have to create another server file. You can just keep adding servers into your VS Code mcp.json file. And as you can see here, we have two completely separate MCP servers. This is user MCP and then calendar MCP. As you can see, divided in different folders because they do different things. The user MCP just gets the information of users. You create new users, you can delete them. And the calendar MCP, essentially what it does is it gets access to my private calendar, specifically Google Calendar, and I'm able to see if I have any events. And as you can see on the left side, I'm able to create calendar events. Like here, I did the title, dinner with wife, the start time, the end time, and the description. What it does, by following this schema, it creates and then it adds it into my Google Calendar, and it's actually very fun to do. Now, there's different ways that you can do it. And like I said, you can do this. It takes a little bit more time, but the cool thing about it is I can just add the MCP server, copy, paste, and we get an error because you got to separate servers to a comma, and now we don't have that issue. Now, the reason this is working immediately is because you're essentially using the same thing that the calendar MCP is using. If you are building a different server, you would add the file in place and then just change this. And as you can see here, let's change the name to O. It automatically runs the server. As you can see here, now we have it running. But the only reason this is running in the first place is because, again, yes, the name changed, but it's still using the Google Calendar MCP, which is not what you want. So essentially, you would change the argument and the paths of whatever new project you may have. So we don't need this anymore. I can just delete it. And just like that, you have your servers running. And as you can see, they're working at the same time, even though they're completely separate servers. So I hope you like this video. I hope you find it useful. See you in the next one. Peace.